Hello, Hetty here again, and today is the 4th of February. Happy Friday Focus. I hope you've had a really good week. We've had a chaotic week, I think we'd probably say. We thought we were going to exchange last Friday, didn't happen. Thought we were going to exchange on Tuesday, didn't happen. Found out that our purchaser solicitor hadn't actually sent a report to the client, so nothing happened. We are now exchanging on Tuesday, which is quite exciting. Also quite scary because I haven't got anything prepared, but never mind, we'll sort it out. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about the 3 telltale signs that your business is growing too fast. Now, I know most of you are going to say, growing too fast? You've got to be joking. Well, there are a lot of businesses that do grow too fast, and it is a really good way of making sure that you don't grow before you are ready to. Which is very important because you need to have those foundations absolutely solid so that when you do grow, they're not going to rock, which is what we want. So we know that every business owner, almost every business owner probably dreams of growth, but growing pains are a real thing in businesses. In fact, rapid growth is often more unsustainable and does actually more harm than good. So business growth must be sustainable, otherwise your systems and your structures and your foundations may begin to break, and your finances, which are obviously key as far as I'm concerned, will suffer. So if you consider business growth to be a bit like driving a car, you need some speed, but faster isn't always better. Don't tell my husband that. Hurtling towards your destination too fast puts pressure on your engine and may require you to slam on the brakes really suddenly. Best way to get where you need is to actually be driving at a steady pace so that you can maintain that without causing any smoke or anything nasty coming out of your car. So let's look at the 3 telltale symptoms. So the first one is the cash flow problems. Business growth can really put a serious strain on your cash flow. As you gain more customers or clients, whichever it is, it's really easy to lose track of your invoices, meaning that you get paid late or sometimes you don't even get paid at all. So having a system in place that recognizes where you are as opposed to looking at things later and realizing, oh, whoops, somebody hasn't paid me. So using something like a cloud accounting system with something like Xero, you can set it so it has invoice reminders every 7, 14, 21 days, whatever it happens to be, which is a really good way so that you don't have to do it. But also, this could also mean that you can miss suppliers or staff payments or anything like that. So if you need to wait for your customers to pay you before you can pay the people that you owe, it's a sign that something is wrong with your cash management. Simple, really simple financial systems may suffice during the early stages of your business, but as your company grows bigger and more complex, you will require more advanced accounting systems to stay on top of your finances. So if you are using a spreadsheet or whatever to deal with your finances at the moment, you need to seriously think about moving on to some sort of cloud accounting system. But also, actually, on that note, in April 23, HMRC in their wisdom are bringing in what they call Making Tax Digital for self-assessment. So we don't know the absolute definites about who is going to be involved, but we believe it'll be anybody who has a turnover of more than £10,000. Great. So if you have a turnover of more than £10,000, what you will have to do, like we do for Making Tax Digital for VAT clients, is once a quarter we will have to send in a report for you, or you will be able to send it in from Xero, QBO, Free Agent, any of those things, hopefully, directly into HMRC on a quarterly basis. This is to inform them where you are in your business every single quarter. It still means that we have to send a tax return and accounts in at the end of the year. So basically, we are going to have to be doing 4 times as much work as we were before. So having things on a cloud accounting system and having things up to date is a really good way of doing it. So what I'm trying to teach people, obviously, is to keep a really close eye on what their figures are so that they are more in control of them. So this is going to help people because it's going to make sure that they are up to date on everything. But it's going to be a massive, massive change for a lot of people. So we've got to plan ahead. So the first year that we're going to have to do this is from April 2023. We do not have to backdate it, so we don't have to do 22, 23 year, we don't believe. We'll have to do it from April 23. So that will be the first time that you will have to be on some sort of cloud accounting system in order to work that. So it's a really, really good idea to keep an eye on this, especially if you do want to grow. So losing track of your sales and your payroll or your invoicing or whatever it happens to be is going to land you in a huge financial mess. So it's really important to enlist the right help, whether that's an accountant, financial consultant, bookkeeper, whatever it happens to be. Number 2 is bad hires. So if you haven't adequately prepared yourself and your business for growth, then a sudden spur is going to mean that you will need to hire someone as soon as possible. However, hiring mistakes can be really, really expensive. Employer review site Glassdoor, I think it was called actually, found that it costs the average UK company £4,000 to hire a new employee, which means bad hires are a significant waste of money. So need to think about that really carefully. If you are growing rapidly and hastily hiring new employees every other week, it stands to reason that many of them will be a really poor fit for your company and your culture. So this is a really sure sign that you're growing at an unsustainable rate and need to change your approach in some way. If this is the case for your business, stop hiring new in-house employees and try outsourcing certain tasks, at least initially. You may find that you don't actually need a full-time hire for every role, and therefore you won't waste as much money if you're employing a freelancer who doesn't turn out to be a particularly good fit. If you do still need to hire a full-time in-house employee, then you at least have less urgency to be able to take your time to find the perfect match, if there is a perfect match. So number 3 is your customer service is suffering. If you are struggling to keep up with the demand, then the likelihood is that your customer service is suffering as well. Rapid growth often forces employees to multitask, dividing their attention, redirecting and reducing their ability to deliver a really great customer experience. However, if your customer service falls through the cracks, your business is likely to suffer from it. Using some sort of also automated customer service, sort of chatbots and things for your website is one way to reduce the strain on your staff or yourself. The bots can take care of frequently asked questions. They can leave your human representatives to really focus on more complex issues that require real brain power. It's a really good idea to have these bots on your website. I don't have them yet, but I do have somebody trying to set them up for me. So they'll be able to ask your questions like, what can you offer me? Where do I get your link to book your calendar? I want to talk to you. What's your phone number? Anything like that. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you can set them up to work however you want. Sorry, my glasses keep falling off at the moment. So in conclusion, as I said, there are 3 main reasons that you need to look out for if you're trying to grow. So rapid business growth often leads to a host of other problems as well, but mostly cash flow issues and staff issues are the biggest ones. These are all signs that you need to change your approach or risk going under. It sounds really scary, but if you have got those foundations, this is my absolute key message for everything and everybody in business. If you've got those foundations so rock solid that they can't wobble, they can't move at all, then when it comes to making that growth, then those foundations are so solid that nothing's going to happen. You're going to have all those systems and processes already in place. So if you need help in working out how you can grow your business and what you need to do, if you need a new perspective on it or anything like that, then please do come to me. This is what I help my clients do. I have a client at the moment who we're working through a 3-month intensive business mentoring system. And the one thing that they said to me at the beginning is, right, we want to take on some more staff so that we can grow the business. We've now worked out that actually there are other things that need to be in place before they can take on their staff. So yes, they want some funding for taking on their staff. That's absolutely fine. But if we can work out those other things first, then those foundations will be so solid that you will have no problem growing. If you need any help, you know where I am. Thank you. Bye.